at the airport for the flight all the way back to Greece. Something really interesting happened when I was going through security here in Dallas. Instead of going through regular security where you have to take everything out, you have to take your liquids and your laptops and your shoes off, they had us go walk past a dog who, after we walked past it, like smelled the air, and then I didn't have to take anything out. So that was new. And obviously, unlike coming to the US, I didn't have to show anything about vaccination status because you don't need it for the UK or for Greece. I am flying premium economy this time, just like I did on the way here, but this time I'm flying premium economy on British Airways. I booked the flight through American, but this section is through British Airways and all the way actually to Athens. So I have never flown premium economy on British Airways, so this will be a cool experience. It's also on an A380, so premium economy is upstairs. I have flown the A380 a few times, once when I lived in Qatar to Paris and once to London from Qatar. So, but this will be the first, I think, flying from Dallas to London on the A380 and on British Airways. So let's see how this goes. So when you board the upper cabin, you go through a separate door usually on these flights. Here is the seat. As you can see, you can't lift up the armrest between them because it's where the seatback entertainment controller is and the charger. And so you can't share it with someone that you're flying with. Also, the seat has this nice little footrest, which is great on a long haul flight. And they give you noise canceling headphones along with a little amenity kit. It had lip balm, a pen, toothbrush, toothpaste. And the thing I hate the most in these things are useless socks. Then there is a paper menu, which felt a little bit like business class, listing all of your options for the whole flight. And then on the back, there were the different drink selections. That was a really nice touch, I thought. Here is the first meal. I ordered what was like a mushroom risotto. It was okay. I've definitely had better meals on a flight, but it was fine for what it was. I don't drink on airplanes though, so I did review the wine. The selection for entertainment wasn't amazing, but it was fine. They do dim the lights during the flight. Here's the toilet. Looks more like a basic economy toilet. It's not anything nicer like you might get in business or first class. Here is the second meal. It was just a hot sandwich, which I will tell you was better than what I got on American Airlines. As you can see, I have made it to Heathrow. I didn't film when I got off the plane because it was a little bit crazy. When we landed, there was no jet bridge to meet us, and they thought we were gonna have to walk down the stairs in the rain outside. Fortunately, the jet bridge came, but then it took forever to connect to the plane. Whatever, we made it. Then I had to go through security, which is still awful, no matter, even if you're in the same terminal, which I am. So I'm having Starbucks before my flight to Athens. So I'm going to give you a brief recap of the premium economy on British Airways. The food was a little bit better. The seats were not as comfortable as the American Airlines seats in premium economy. So, there was more legroom though. So if legroom is important, then you might consider booking British Airways. Like overall, it's pretty even, like half and half, because there are like pros and cons to both of them. And, you know, it was kind of a toss-up. So as far as for me personally, like the comfort on American Airlines was so much better than British Airways. So if I can, I will probably book American Airlines. I actually could kind of fall asleep on the American Airlines flight. British Airways flight, I could not. Also, the in-flight entertainment is so much better on American Airlines. Kind of don't have a choice sometimes what you get, because when you book with American, they decide like you're gonna fly British Airways on the way back. As you can see, I'm super tired because it is like almost 6 o'clock in the morning Dallas time, and it is 11:30 London time, and that means it's 1:30 in Greece. I'm trying to stay awake so that when I get to my apartment, I can take a shower and go straight to bed and try to get over the jet lag. I will sort of vlog the rest of the trip back to Athens, but I really wanted to kind of compare the two premium economies. I think what I will do is write an in-depth blog post. It probably won't come out when this video comes out, but when it does come out, I will put it down in the description box, or you can just go check out my blog and see when it appears there. Boarding my flight to Athens now. I cannot wait to get home and sleep in my own bed. Hey guys, so I'm coming to you from my apartment. It is a few hours later from me landing in Athens because when I got there, one of my bags didn't make it. I've never had this happen. I think one time my bag got to a place earlier than me, but that was because that was like pre 9/11. So, you know, before your bags could get on a plane before you. And I always get to the airport in plenty of time. And I always give myself plenty of time in Heathrow because it's just a crazy place to be. So I had a 3-hour layover. There's plenty of time for my bags to go from one plane to another. Obviously, one of them made it. The frustrating thing is that British Airways cannot tell me where my bag is. Like, isn't that the whole point of having the little barcode so that like it gets scanned along the way so like they know where it is? I'm kind of like shocked by that. Part of that is because American Airlines has like on their app, it tells you like your bags are loaded on the plane and like your bags have been offloaded on the plane. British Airways doesn't have that. And I rarely travel with 2 bags because I'm a light packer. But this time I decided that I was gonna bring back a bunch of stuff of mine that I had in storage, and I bought a bunch of clothes this year, and I was given a lot of clothes for Christmas. So I had quite a bit of things in there. My very favorite pair of boots is in that bag, and some other things that are really important to me. And yes, in the grand scheme of things, it's just things and it'll take some effort to get them replaced, but they're just things. However, it's just sort of upsetting that no one can tell you anything, especially when they have barcodes. I don't understand why bags don't have RFID tags anyway. Like they're in everything. Like that's how like the metro system works here in Athens. Like you tap it, it's an RFID tag. Like those should be pretty like standard and they're cheap. And they could go in the current plastic tags. So anyway, I'm gonna end this video here because I don't really want this to turn into a video about my lost bag. So I will make a separate video about my bag and leave this as a review for premium economy. But of course I had to mention this in this video because, you know, it's like a word of caution. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my review of premium economy. If you want to stay up to date on the baggage saga, subscribe. Maybe it'll be nothing. You know, it could be that it shows up tomorrow and everything is fine. And if that's the case, then there won't be a video. But I am back in Athens, so if you're interested in Greek content, there's that too. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in whatever the next one may be.